Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Tuesday, January the 22nd, and welcome to our video commentary. Well, I'm sure you're all familiar with the incident of the Catholic high school kids who went to the pro-life march. And, at first it was being presented as another example of abuse and attack on a Native American. And then by the time you got to see the entire video, it was these young boys who were being attacked, and the kind of stuff that was being said against these young boys was pretty incredible. In fact, I'm amazed that they kept their cool under these kinds of attacks and under the verbal attacks that they were getting. And of course, there's now talk of a lawsuit. There's apparently an attorney representing some of the families who intends to sue the media. I don't know how successful that's going to be because there are all kinds of bars that you have to jump to actually successfully sue a media organization. There was a famous Supreme Court case, New York Times versus Sullivan, that makes it very difficult, frankly, to sue a newspaper. You have to prove malice, and that, of course, is a complicated thing. But I think in this particular case, it's not so much a question of suing an individual organization or whatever. I think it's a question of maybe suing some of the individuals who actually put tweets on the air. I mean, some of the people, for example, who called him names, some of the people who even suggested violence against the boys and their families or the school. I think there may be a case there. There may be a case there to process or at least remind some of these people that they shouldn't behave or write stuff like that in the future. Now, Twitter, of course, is where a lot of this stuff happens. But I'm not exactly sure how you can hold Twitter accountable. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there is a way, but I don't know. I mean, you got thousands of Twitter accounts, and I don't know how in the world they can keep track of all of them, because when you go to tweet, you can tweet something in seconds. So, I mean, is Tweet going to manage every tweet that goes out? I don't think so. So I'm not sure they can hold Tweet responsible for this or Twitter responsible for this, but I do think that maybe they can hold some of the individuals responsible for some of the things they wrote. And if nothing happens, I mean, if nothing happens at the very least, the next time something like this explodes, people will be more careful in expressing their opinions and will hold back a little bit rather than jump in the mob mentality that seems to prevail in Twitter, and go after people like a bunch of hungry sharks. Maybe the next time they will think twice about it. But social media is a very dangerous thing, and it is a wonderful thing on one hand because it allows a lot of people, myself included, to be able to give my opinions. I mean, without social media, I would probably have to write a letter to the editor and hope that they publish it in the newspaper. But with social media, I can put my opinions out every day. But with that opportunity comes a little responsibility. And I know that I myself have never attacked anybody personally or have never engaged in that kind of behavior, because I've always felt that, I respect people I disagree with, and I'm always going to be respectful and at least professional in what I write. But social media has become a real problem. And again, I don't think government can necessarily regulate it, but I do think that people are going to have to start thinking twice about what they tweet or what they write about, because as we saw with these young men, I mean, look, the school that they go to is closed today because of fears of violence and attacks against the school and the young men. Obviously, that's not the United States that we know. Obviously, something's going wrong with social media, and it has to be fixed. Well, thank you for watching. We have all of these on YouTube, on Twitter, and on my blog. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday. Bye-bye, everybody.